Tony Christian, still with Fished Away, is the winner of the All-American.
I fished hard all week.
What is up, guys, and welcome back. It's been a while since I did one of these. A lot of people have been asking about it. A lot of people have been commenting on my old video that I actually did on this topic, so I'll go ahead and link that one in the comments. But for some reason, one of the most infamous cheaters in bass fishing history has been getting a lot of buzz lately, and a lot of my older videos have kind of been popping because of all the buzz. And a lot of people have been asking for an update, so I figured we're just going to go ahead and send it, and we're going to dive right into another bass fishing cheater. And this one is about the infamous Tony Christian.
There he comes up right there. I'll see how big it is. I'm grabbing for the net. There she is.
Feeling good about that time, man.
Unbelievable. I don't know what to say. I fished hard all week.
Now, before we really dive into this, I'm just going to say, this is all alleged. This is all allegedly. He allegedly cheated. There's so many freaking rumors and stuff out there about this guy. And it's honestly pretty freaking unreal, the stuff that people who fished against him and other people who just knew him, and also just through the rumor mill, you know, just so many unbelievable stories about this guy. But yeah, we're going to dive into it. Tony Christian from, I believe, Benton, Kentucky, showed up on the FLW scene and just started winning every freaking tournament that he entered, basically. I think he was top 10 in his first, 30 tournaments, and he won his first 3. I think he won 9 of them, in a row. It's just unbelievable to just do that at that level, come out of nowhere and start winning like that. And one thing that was really sketchy is all his freaking fish seemed dead or just about dead. There's actually videos of him holding fish right after he caught them that looked dead. Almost all of his bigger fish at the weigh-ins were dead. And everyone seems to think that he was cheating. Now, the way that he was cheating is incredible. Allegedly, he had I believe it was a cousin or maybe a brother who was a scuba diver, and he would actually go underneath the docks and wait for Tony Christian to come by. And Tony was always using these crazy colors like pink or super bright orange, just crazy colors on his jigs and stuff. That way, his cousin, who was scuba diving under the docks, knew when it was him that came through, because it was just some off-the-wall color that no other person would be throwing. And he would actually hook the fish to his lure, to his jig, allegedly, and he'd just reel them in. So from above the water, it looked legit. He's casting under these docks, and then he hooks one and brings it in. Now, a lot of these fish, like I said, seemed kind of dead, so some of them didn't really fight. Some of them did seem pretty healthy. Other rumors are that he had baskets under the docks sometimes, and he would basically just starve the fish, put them in these baskets, and then cast into the baskets, and the fish were so hungry that they would eat. Now, that seems ridiculous, but if you've been starving a fish for a week or so, it's going to pretty much hit anything that it comes in contact with, so I could see that happening. The scuba dive thing is honestly insane, but also kind of genius. You'd think you would see bubbles or something. He would stay completely under the docks, I guess, though, so you really couldn't see the bubbles, because the bubbles would pop up in the docks. And as soon as the lure would get close enough, he'd hurry up and grab it, put the bait on there. Now, a lot of this is hearsay, and a lot of it's rumors, but a lot of people tend to think that this is how this guy was doing it. And just the fact that all the fish always seem dead. A lot of fish do die in tournaments, but to have every weigh-in to have fish that looked sickly and dead at the weigh-ins, you get penalized for that now. I'm not sure if you did back then. But, he just popped up out of nowhere, won a bunch of tournaments. Then when all the rumors started circulating more and more and more and more, he kind of just disappeared. And it seemed like FLW just kind of brushed it all under the rug. Because they didn't want the bad publicity. He's actually still even got an angler profile, but not many people have heard from him since. Not many people know what he's up to. And just pretty freaking insane stuff. I couldn't imagine going through that lengths to cheat. I mean, the amount of money that he probably won, I could probably look that up. Hold on a second. Yeah, so it's almost $300,000. His career winnings $271,000, which that's under the Major League Fishing profile, so it's probably more. So he fished a little bit of everything. FLW was the one that I believe tried to brush everything under the rug, though. This all happened in the early 2000s, from 2000, 2004. And then he just disappeared, and he hasn't really fished professionally or anything since. Pretty sketchy stuff. I know a lot of the other people who fished against him hated him. Now, when someone's good, when someone's like really good, they tend to get a lot of hate, and tends to be a lot of cheating accusations. But you know, this guy was showing up to the weigh-in with dead fish, and just crazy, just insane. You would think that like someone else would have tried to, like, once they start thinking they hit a scuba diver, you think someone else would have like checked, like went under the water and checked or something. Who knows? This honestly kind of reminds me of another cheater who I actually knew personally and actually kind of helped catch. He was in the kayak fishing community. His name was Jason McRae. And again, this is all alleged because this guy pretty much got away with it too. There was never any repercussions for him. But me and my buddy actually found a bunch of bass tied to a concrete block while we were paddling out. We just caught a glimpse of it, and then we went back and tried to find it. We couldn't because a bunch of boats had come through and the water was all muddy, and we had to get back to the weigh-in or we were going to be late. But he was always the same type of thing, man. He would just show up and win freaking everything, and you never knew where he was fishing. Like, he was always, everybody called him the ghost because he would just disappear, come back to the weigh-in and win. It was unreal. He would like sandbag all day too, because kayak fishing, you post like pictures, it's inches, and he would just wait till the very end and then hurry up and upload all his pictures, and he'd always win, and it'd always be like crazy fish. Anyway, he failed the polygraph, so that's why people believe he cheated. But it was just very weird. He didn't talk to really anybody. He was always kind of like super quiet. You'd see him at the captain's meetings, he'd leave, you wouldn't see him again till the weigh-in. You would never see him out on the water. Dude was always hiding somewhere. If you saw him, it was, one time I saw him and he paddled away so freaking fast and like went into the big lily pads and just like intentionally got lost, I think, so I couldn't find him. And that was around the same area that we found those fish hooked up to a cinder block. So pretty sketchy. A lot of people be cheating. There's been some more recent ones too that just got caught. Some guy was stuffing weights in a bass, which is crazy because you think he would have learned from the walleye cheaters who tried to do that. I don't think people are going to stop cheating. I think what's crazy too is I feel like all the ones that people know about, and even the alleged ones like Tony Christian, like the rumors where no one's even really sure, I think that's just scratching the surface. I think there's like literally hundreds of more guys out there cheating at the local and national level in these tournaments and just getting away with it. The more they get away with it, the more they're going to do it. Some of them, like this one guy, was one of the last videos I did, he cheated in a charity event. Wasn't even going to win any money. Like, some of them just want it's like for their ego. They're trying to stroke their ego. So it's pretty incredible stuff, guys. Comment below, guys. Let me know if you want me to get back in some of these cheater videos. Probably going to start setting up another like podcast type room style area to start filming these again, if this is what you guys want. It seems to be a lot of you guys have been commenting on the old videos, and this is kind of what you want. So if that's the case, we'll get back into it. I don't mind making these kind of videos. They're very interesting, and there's so many freaking people out there cheating that there's no shortage of content. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff, guys. Tony Christian, the alleged infamous bass fishing cheater by scuba divers. Can you imagine? Scuba dive, sending your cousin down there to scuba dive to hook a bunch of big fish up to your pink jig so that you can look like the man and win a bunch of money. I wonder if he was splitting the winnings with him. He better have. I'd have been mad as hell if I was his cousin. But see, I would never even do that because that's just crazy. But alright, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll see you next time.